Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So you're probably wondering why I'm sat here, or not because it says in the title, but today I wanted to sit down and look at some viral rap videos. So I love a good viral video as much as the next person. YouTube itself pretty much started out as being just viral cat videos, which is great. I could watch viral cat videos literally for hours, so I love a good viral video, but sometimes it is really easy just to see these videos as a cute, funny video and not really see the actual context of the video. And if you're not familiar with a certain animal, you might not see some of the more sinister sides of these videos because you just don't know. So I wanted to sit down today and talk you guys through some of the viral rap videos that are out there and potentially point out some of the things that could be wrong with them. So we asked you guys to send me in some of your videos, and we're starting out with such a light-hearted one, the little spaghetti rat. And this is probably one of the videos I watched when I was interested in getting rats, and it probably definitely swayed my decision because how can anyone hate this tiny precious little bean that just wants to sit and eat spaghetti all day? So videos like this do wonders for the bad PR that rats get. I think viral videos like this, when they go viral, are great, and I want to see more of these go viral because they definitely change people's perceptions of rats. Because how can you hate a tiny little rat that is eating spaghetti? I don't understand. Okay, next one is Brooklyn Cat Cafe employs rats to care for kittens, cute as fluff.
I think it gives all of us hope that, we can all get along in pieces.
I love a cat cafe.
And there's a twist in the tale. When Ebony, one of the cafe's kittens, got sick, it led to the most unlikely of friendships.
One of the kittens we had about 2 years ago was tested positive for feline leukemia. She couldn't be exposed to other cats, but she was desperately lonely. And so we were looking for a small animal that could be a companion. And so we found a rat that needed rescue, and he ended up being a white rat. So of course we called him Ivory.
So just to pause it quickly, one thing I see initially pretty much in every single photo of this rat is how much porphyrin he has around his eyes. Some rats can just produce a lot more porphyrin and it is more noticeable on white rats, but this could also be due to stress, whether he's stressed with his environment and being around this many cats. Or I do see in this picture he's in a glass tank with the kitten. Why they're both in a glass tank, I don't know. Rats should not be kept in tanks and cats definitely shouldn't be either. So whether this porphyrin buildup around his eyes was due to a respiratory infection, obviously I don't know, but that's just one thing that did concern me seeing this rat straight away.
Ebony did end up having leukemia, so she had a very short life, only 5 months, but her life was immeasurably enriched by having a friend and companion to play with and snuggle up with.
Another thing that concerns me is in these clips of this rat, there's no other mention of another rat, and I know she does say that this rat deeply benefits this kitten, which is great, and that the kitten receives a lot of enrichment from the rat, but the thing I'm worried about is this rat also getting enrichment from its environment? Is it okay? Like, it's not living with another rat, and even though it does have that kitten as a companion, that is still never enough. Rats should be living with other rats unless there is a very, very specific situation where they've tried everything else, they've tried neutering them, but I do have concerns that this rat is living by itself. Having cats as a companion is unfortunately not enough to give this rat everything it needs, and I do worry if it's getting the correct enrichment for the rat and not just benefiting the kitten.
They had 2 rats that had been raised around cats and weren't scared of them, so we adopted them.
So as cute as this is, and I do appreciate what they're trying to do, and it does seem to be working for them, it still does concern me. Even though these kittens are very, very tiny and very small, you would think they have less potential to do a lot of damage to these rats, but that isn't true. Cats at any size can carry so much bacteria on their claws, and even if they were just playing with the rats, if they accidentally scratch these rats, that could be fatal to them. Cats have so much bacteria on their claws. Toxoplasmosis is a bad one. It can take 24 hours and the rat could die just from a little scratch, so that concerns me. Anytime I see cats interacting with rats, is all it takes is for them to scratch them once and that could be the end of the rat's life. So as cute as this is, it does kind of scare me a little bit. So you can see in these other clips there is a rat cage in the background, which I guess is a lot better than them living in like a tank. and there's a few things in there. Hopefully there is enough enrichment for the rats to do outside of just playing with the kittens all day. So the next one is a classic viral video. It's simply super. 2 rats are bathing together, and I've seen this video going around the internet so many times, and to a bystander that has no idea about how to care for rats, this does look perfectly cute, but I do have a few things to say about it. The first thing is there is so much soap in that water. We don't know what kind of soap that is, whether it's dish soap or pet specific soap, but there is so much soap in that water, and I am really concerned about what kind of soap it is. Rats really don't need bathing at all on a regular basis like this. It's really not necessary, and it can actually be quite detrimental to them. It can really remove all of the essential oils on their skin, so definitely don't recommend bathing rats. I do have a whole video on it. I'll leave it in the iCards and in the description, but bathing rats like this is not necessary, and it can be really harmful to them. You can see the rats frantically grooming themselves, which you might think is cute. You might think that's them trying to clean themselves, when in reality they are just desperately trying to get all of the soap off. So this looks like a cute video, and I would hate for other people to be influenced by this and think that having to bathe your rats regularly like this is normal, because it's definitely not. Okay, so the next one is a classic viral video. I love this. It's Pizza Rat, and it's just a New York City rat taking pizza home on the subway, and all the best to this little guy. He's probably outlived his lifespan by now, but I hope he enjoyed that slice of pizza. Oh no. Okay, so the next one is gentle dog allows pet rat to climb all over him. And already I can see this is not good. Oh no. Oh dear. No. So this dog is clearly uncomfortable, and it's a shame that whoever is filming this, whether it's the owners, obviously can't see that. As soon as the rat comes near the dog is kind of like leaning away. I don't think he really wants anything to do with the rat. The biggest red flag to me is the eyes of the dog. This dog has very big whale eyes, which is where the white of the eyes is very, very visible. This dog is clearly very uncomfortable, very stressed by the rat's presence. Seeing a whale eye in a dog is a massive sign that a dog gives out before it is about to snap. So this is definitely a big red flag that this dog is not comfortable with this rat, and it could possibly be putting this rat in danger. You can see with its body language, it's just very tense, it's very stiff. Some dogs, if they're uncomfortable, will just freeze up. He might not necessarily go and attack this rat, but it is leading up to that point. So this is not a cute video. This dog is gentle, but he's also really uncomfortable and needs to not be put in this situation. So the next video is actually a clip from America's Got Talent. I've watched a few of this woman's performances before, and I think it's great that she's getting the rats out there. She's putting them in a positive light, that they are very intelligent, they can learn. Performances like this, which is really good to put them in the public eye, where a lot of people have this misconception about them that they're just nasty, dirty, gross animals. She's showing people that they are actually really intelligent, which I think straight away is a really good thing.
Maricela, do the bagel.
So the thing about trying to do shows and performances like this with any animal really is, if they don't want to perform, they're not going to perform. So things like this can happen, they can go wrong. The rat is not moving, but I'm sure she starts moving at some point. Let's see.
Good girl, press the lever.
She's so smart. The only concern I have about putting a rat on a show like America's Got Talent is the potential for them to get stressed. There's bright lights, it's very loud when the crowd is like cheering, and rats, if they get stressed, they can very easily have a respiratory infection. So that would be my only concern with putting rats in this high stress situation. But other than that, the rat is performing. It seems to be enjoying itself, hopefully, so oh, so she just almost dropped the rat and then was picking it up by its head. I don't really know what to say about that. So other than the few concerns I have, it is really cute, and I love how she's showcasing just how smart rats are and how they just are amazing pets. And being on like a national TV show like this, she's probably changed a lot of people's opinions about rats, which is amazing, and I think that's a really good thing. So I'm really glad that someone has put rats on this kind of show. Hopefully they're not too stressed, but I think it is doing a really good thing for the negative reputation that rats usually get. So this is really cute. Its pet rat really loves to be pampered, and it's just someone brushing their rat with a toothbrush, which is so cute, and the rat really seems to be enjoying it. So if you want to go out there and buy a toothbrush and brush your rats, feel free. Okay, so this next video, I have seen it before and I really don't want to watch it again, but I'm going to do it for you guys. Be warned that it's not the nicest video. The way he's handling and just treating this rat is not with respect, so you've been warned that it is that kind of video. It's a extreme rat prank on my wife gone wrong, which I don't really know what he expected. Apparently she cried, which is what went wrong, but the fact that he is using a rat in a prank is actually the thing that is wrong. So using any animal in a prank video, especially to work on people's fears, just don't do it. I hate these kind of videos, but they still seem to pop up from time to time, so we're going to take a look at this and react to what this guy is doing with this poor rat. So he's gone to PetSmart and he's bought one rat, which I think it's really bad that they even let him leave the store with a single rat. I don't know if that's usual in America, but he's got this one little rat who looks terrified.
Nice. Come on. I'm not going to hurt you.
I'm not going to hurt you. Spoiler alert, he does hurt the rat. She's so scared. She's trying to like burrow her way under the bedding to get away from him because he is just chasing her around this little box with his hand, and yeah. I don't know if the trampoline is wet or if that rat has literally just peed itself in fear, but
No.
So you can see this guy trying to pick the rat up with its body, and when that doesn't work, because he wants to film this video, he picks it up by the tail. Not only is he picking her up by the tail, which is really bad, don't ever handle your rats this way, he's not even holding her by the base of her tail closest to the body. He's literally holding her from the tip of the tail, which is so bad for them. It could deglove where the skin literally comes off the tail. You could break the tail. This is so uncomfortable for the rat, and it's really stressing me out.
It's a pet rat.
Stop! At this point, the rat has folded in on itself and she's trying to climb up her own tail to get out of the way he's holding her.
Baby.
This is shocking.
Damien, I swear to God, I will punch it.
Baby, you scaring it. Give it up.
Baby, you're scaring it. Actually, I think the person who's scaring it all along has been you. What a freaking idiot. Here's a tip for you. If you have someone in your life that is scared of something, if they have a genuine phobia, whether it's spiders, whether it's rats, whether it's snakes, you don't go and make that phobia worse by putting the thing in their face and chasing them around with it. Also, don't go using a live one for these kind of pranks. If you want to get a plastic snake or something, go ahead, but don't make this rat suffer just for what, 8 minutes of content? It's not worth it. So that was an experience. I can see from like the recommended video to watch next, he has then surprised her with a new pet, which is a kitten. And honestly, people like this should not have animals. If you can't respect a rat, you're not going to respect a kitten, so the fact that they now have an actual living pet stresses me out. I'm guessing he returned the rat to PetSmart, and was it worth the 8 minutes 16 seconds of footage he got to stress that rat out? No, it wasn't. I feel so bad for that rat, but I'm hoping whoever did actually purchase that rat for good has given it the proper life. Am I hopeful about that? No. I don't know why PetSmart would sell the rat to him. I don't know what their regulations are about that, but that was a pure 8 minutes 16 seconds of stress for me. So the next one is a classic case of a cat and rat relationship video. I'm guessing this is someone's pet rats because it is in like a cage environment. Firstly, they're feeding the rats bread, which is not great. Secondly, the cage looks really filthy, but I'm nitpicking at this point, that's not the point. The point is there's a massive cat in the rat cage, which it's one thing letting your cats and rats interact outside of the cage, but letting the cat into the rat's cage, into their personal space, definitely don't recommend. So to someone that doesn't have rats, you might not be able to see this, but the body language of this rat is very defensive, it's very stressed. This is the kind of action you'd see from a rat when you're introducing two rats to each other. This rat is very stiff and is not enjoying this cat being this close to it. Its eyes are shut, it's kind of tensing and like jerking away from the cat and rearing up a little bit, so this is definitely not a happy rat. And now the cat literally has the rat in its mouth and the rat is not enjoying this at all. Okay, I am positively stressed after watching all of those. Some of them are cute, but the rest of them have just left me very stressed, so I think I'm going to stop there. So I hope you guys found this video interesting, or at least insightful into some of the darker sides of some of the viral videos you see on the internet. If you take anything away from this video at all, please let it be that viral videos should be taken with a pinch of salt. Please don't go out and copy a lot of the things you see in these viral videos because they can be very detrimental to the rat's health and to any other animals you see in viral videos. Please always do your research first. Before getting a pet, don't let these kind of viral videos influence you in making any decisions when it comes to your animal's care, because some of these are pretty shocking. Do let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video and I might make another one of them in the future. But until then, make sure you are subscribed to see any more animal content from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I need a nap.